Have you ever wondered why rational individuals sometimes act irrationally in groups? It's a question that has intrigued scholars for centuries. Welcome to the complex world of the hive mind and the psychology of crowds. This is where individuality merges into a collective consciousness, a place where personal identities blur and group dynamics take over. Consider the energy at a music concert or the tension at a sports event. Why do we chant, cheer, and sway in unison, surrendering to the rhythm of the crowd? Why do we sometimes adopt beliefs and behaviors that we might not agree with when we're alone? It's as if there's an unseen force shaping our actions, a power that transcends individual reasoning. This is the power of the crowd, an intriguing blend of psychology, sociology, and history. It's a captivating, sometimes perplexing phenomenon that reveals the multifaceted nature of human behavior. The power of the crowd can be a fascinating yet perplexing phenomenon. Mass hysteria isn't a modern phenomenon, it has its roots deep in history. Let's step back in time to the Middle Ages, a period rife with superstition and fear. One of the most bizarre cases of mass hysteria was the dancing plagues. Yes, you heard it right, dancing plagues. Imagine entire towns, from children to the elderly, dancing uncontrollably for days, weeks, and sometimes even months. They danced until they dropped from exhaustion or even died. Now, why would rational human beings engage in such irrational behavior? The answer lies in the potent mix of social and psychological factors. The Middle Ages were fraught with hardships and uncertainties. Famine, disease, and war were rampant. This created a fertile ground for stress-induced psychological disorders. In the face of such adversity, an individual's fear could easily escalate into collective panic. The dancing plagues were a form of stress release, a collective catharsis, if you will. Fast-forwarding to more recent centuries, we see mass hysteria morphing and adapting to societal changes. The Industrial Revolution saw instances of factory workers falling into fits of uncontrollable laughter or fainting spells. The advent of radio and television brought with it a new form of mass hysteria. Remember the War of the Worlds broadcast in the late 1930s? The fictional radio drama about a Martian invasion sent waves of panic across the nation, with people genuinely believing that aliens had landed on Earth. As we moved into the digital age, mass hysteria found a new medium to spread: the internet. Online rumors and viral challenges have become the new faces of mass hysteria. The speed and reach of modern communication technologies have only amplified the spread of collective delusions. Though our society has changed, the susceptibility to mass hysteria remains. Whether it's dancing plagues or viral challenges, the common thread is the power of the group. When we're part of a crowd, we're more likely to let our guard down, to let our emotions take the driver's seat. It's a fascinating yet eerie testament to the power and peril of the human hive mind. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Reality Riddles for more mental mysteries. Hit subscribe, ring the bell, and join us in exploring reality. Now let's uncover more about the human hive mind. What makes us susceptible to the influence of the group? Let's delve into the science behind it. In unraveling the mystery of the hive mind, we encounter a tapestry of psychological and sociological theories. Central to these is the concept of conformity, the act of matching attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors to group norms. We humans are social creatures by nature. We crave acceptance and fear exclusion. This desire to fit in can often override our own personal beliefs or judgments, leading us to conform to the group's consensus. Then, there's de-individuation, a psychological state where a person becomes anonymous and loses their individual identity within a group. This can lead to a decreased sense of personal responsibility and an increased likelihood of acting in ways that defy personal or societal norms. The larger the group, the stronger the effect, a phenomenon that can explain why crowds sometimes engage in behavior that individuals within them would not. Another key concept is groupthink. This psychological phenomenon occurs within a group of people when the desire for harmony or conformity results in an irrational or dysfunctional decision-making outcome. Group members suppress dissenting viewpoints, isolate themselves from outside influences, and give an illusion of unanimity, even when individuals have doubts. These theories collectively shed light on our hive mind behavior. They explain why rational individuals sometimes act irrationally in groups, why collective delusions trigger and spread like wildfire, and why we often find ourselves swept up in the tidal wave of group sentiment. In the grand scheme of things, the hive mind isn't inherently negative or positive. It's a fundamental part of our social nature, a double-edged sword that can foster unity and cooperation, or unleash chaos and irrationality. It's an unseen force that shapes our group actions, a powerful current that sweeps us along, often without us even realizing it. The dynamics of the hive mind are complex, but understanding them can help us navigate our social world. The hive mind isn't just a thing of the past, it's alive and well in our digital age. As we traverse the corridors of the information superhighway, we inevitably stumble upon instances of the hive mind in action. Consider the viral challenges that sweep across the globe. The Ice Bucket Challenge, the Mannequin Challenge, the Harlem Shake. These trends captivate our collective consciousness, compelling us to act in ways we might not have considered in isolation. But how does this happen? The internet and social media have become potent amplifiers of the hive mind. These platforms connect us, creating an intricate web of shared ideas and behaviors. They allow trends and ideas to spread at an unprecedented pace, from one corner of the globe to the other, in a matter of seconds. This digital hive mind isn't confined to benign viral challenges, though. It also fuels collective delusions, conspiracy theories, and misinformation, which can have far-reaching consequences. Online echo chambers reinforce our beliefs and biases, often leading to a polarized society. Moreover, the hive mind in the digital age shapes our consumer behavior. Influencers with their massive following can sway public opinion and drive trends, affecting what we buy, what we eat, what we wear, and even how we think. The hive mind continues to shape our actions, often in ways we don't even realize. So the next time you find yourself participating in a viral trend or reshaping your opinion based on popular sentiment, remember, the hive mind is at play. So, what have we learned about the hive mind and mass hysteria? We've journeyed from the power of the crowd to the history of mass hysteria, and even dived into the science behind the hive mind. We've seen how seemingly rational individuals can sometimes act irrationally when part of a group. We've observed how collective delusions can spark and then spread like wildfire, driven by powerful social and psychological forces. We've also explored the role of the hive mind in our modern era, from viral challenges to social media trends. It's clear that understanding this collective behavior is more crucial than ever, as it shapes our world in profound ways. Only by grasping the intricacies of the hive mind, we can learn to navigate our social landscapes more effectively. We can harness the power of collective action while also being wary of the potential pitfalls of mass hysteria. The power and peril of the human hive mind are fascinating. By understanding it, we can harness its power and avoid its pitfalls.